Jay Prasad, CEO of Relo Metrics.
Rick Pineda, Director of Sports for Diageo.
Super Bowl week is finally here. First time in Vegas. We're fortunate to be in such a nice setting. This year is obviously going to be maybe even more of a larger scale activation on the ground here for Diageo.
This is our third year as the official spirits partner of the NFL, so our third Super Bowl, and we've learned a lot from the last two in Los Angeles and Phoenix. But Vegas is different.
It
right?
is.
The scale, the number of brands competing for attention in our industry, in the drinks industry, the way that we show up in Las Vegas at casinos, restaurants, and bars across the Strip and the city. It's just different. And so it's been a lot of planning, a lot of months of kind of thinking through how do we get the right balance of showing up in the right way and doing it in a way that's responsible from a financial standpoint. But I think we nailed it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited to see how this all comes together this week. So if we broke that down a little bit, how would you sort of describe, like, let's start with your physical presence of the brand around town all week. Like, what are you guys doing from that perspective?
Sure. So we are fortunate enough to be a company that houses a ton of really amazing brands. So the way that they show up throughout the Strip will vary by that brand. But at the base level, we want to make sure that all of our really great iconic brands, Captain Morgan, Crown Royal, Smirnoff, Johnny Walker, Aviation Gin, are represented throughout bars and restaurants and casinos. Beyond that, we're partnering with some really great entities like FanDuel, Tao Group, Sports Illustrated to host some big parties. It's kind of what you do here at Vegas.
Well, your spirits brand in Vegas, so co-hosting with well-known media properties, or in FanDuel's case, right, it's kind of a media company, betting, sports, all wrapped up in one. Makes for some natural partnership opportunities.
It's about celebrating and coming together, and so those brand partners allow us to do that. And we're doing our own things around the Strip. You'll see some really cool things we're doing with Captain Morgan at Treasure Island. There's a big pirate ship. I don't have to kind of tell you what that'll look like. We're doing some pickleball activations at Resorts World that are going to be really cool, and a few other things that we have cooked up that I think hopefully will, when we think about KPIs and successful presence here at Super Bowl, allow to have that talkability element. We know sales are going to be great in Vegas for our brands and our products. Inherently because of the occasion.
And that's directly measurable, right? So your physical impact and what that drives in this market's sales volume.
Yeah, exactly. So whether it's in the on-premise, in the off-premise, at the stadium, that's really tangible what we see, the shift that we see. But we do want to make sure that our brands are being talked about and top of mind in culture. And so some of the things that we're doing that you'll see, hopefully we'll achieve that.
So from that perspective, the world we live in is to look at all of the exposure that brands are getting when they're integrated into experiential marketing, and especially sports and entertainment. So when it comes to that conversation or things about, consumer sentiment, is that easy for you to figure out how to attribute what's going on here this week to overall, hopefully, improvements that you'll see?
Yeah, I think there's some things that our brands do that they do separate of the NFL, some activations, the way that we engage with consumers that you'll see throughout the weekend. But we're really leaning into the partnership. We have an amazing relationship with the NFL. We want to make sure that people know that we are the official spirits partner of the NFL. And so when you go into off-premise stores, liquor stores around the Strip, you'll see these amazing displays that showcase our products. We want to make sure that we're really staying relevant through our partnership. And we will measure talkability, we'll measure social sentiment, we'll measure that kind of excitement that comes with our brands being present in this really amazing experience.
That's exciting. With the NFL, how long were you sort of partners in maybe like a less official way versus like the difference between being the official partner, and what was the process of doing that deal?
Yep. So we've advertised with the NFL for a number of years. We were the first spirits brand to advertise on national broadcasts with our Crown Royal brand. And I think we showed the NFL that our organization markets responsibly and in the right way to consumers. And I think that hopefully, and it did allow the NFL to feel a degree of comfort in opening the category for official partnership. Prior to us entering, it was only Anheuser-Busch. And so I think over the last 3 years, we've demonstrated to the NFL that we are a great partner. we market responsibly. We have 21 team partnerships across the country. And so our football platform is critical for our sports strategy. And I think the NFL hopefully would say that we've been a great partner to them in the process.
Yeah, with forming those kinds of deep partnerships, do you have like any kinds of mutual data strategies with your partners so that everyone's on the same page with performance? Or does each side sort of do its homework and you kind of discuss the future of the partnership as that comes along in its natural course?
It's a little bit of both. I think because we have so many brands that have their own objectives, targets, consumer demos, et cetera, that they're going after, we do have to do a lot of that work on our side. But when we think about programs like the Captain Morgan Fan of the Year, which is this huge program to find the best fans in the NFL, we do want to make sure we're aligned with the NFL in how we're looking at the consumers and the fans that are submitting information and sharing their data with us to make sure that they're the right folks that we want to speak to. But I think we have such a breadth of brands, targets, and strategies that we do a lot of that work in-house.
Yeah, that's actually really a strategic light bulb just went off for me. It's a direct-to-consumer strategy for you, right? Because you sell most of your products through retailers and partnerships. So by doing these kinds of promotions based on a partnership with the NFL or MLS or any of your portfolio, you're able to create a direct-to-consumer relationship as well as create the ability to understand who your customers are in a deeper level.
Exactly, and if you go on Uber Eats or Postmates, you'll see a lot of Diageo creative, a lot of work that we're doing there because we want to meet the consumer where they are engaging with our products, and often, especially around the football occasion, we see people wanting to host at home, and we want to make sure that our products are readily available. And now we're seeing so much growth in the e-com channel that for us to be present in that digital connection with the consumer is extremely important.
Right, and Uber Eats is at the point of purchase, basically on your phone. So
if you're watching a Crown Royal ad during a game, decide you want to try some
open it up,
Crown Royal Peach, order it, and have it at home in 10, 15 minutes.
So the opportunities for multiple touch points with consumers, the opportunities for, in this case, you have an NFL partnership that you can market through Uber Eats, right? So it's basically a whole new world. So it's kind of answered the question about sports, spirits, audiences, partners. And those are all the building blocks will be on display here all week.
Yeah, exactly.
Anything else you'd like to highlight?
No, I think we're just excited to be here. We're excited to promote our brands. We're excited to advocate for really responsible drinking, positive drinking. We're going to have the first ever positive drinking activation on game day, where folks will be able to learn a little bit more about positive drinking, engage in a luxury hydration station,
Very nice.
to make sure that they are moderating and keeping those consumption habits top of mind, because we want everybody to enjoy our products responsibly, and the NFL has been a great partner in that mission.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for the time.
Thanks.
Look forward to seeing you around this week.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.